Alright, hello, I'm the Silver Kyle, and today I'm going to be doing a recent pickup video because I haven't done one of these in a while, and over the weekend I ended up going to a Hawk shop where they gave me this lovely brown bag to put my games in. I picked up 4 games, and Hawk shops really are one of the best places to pick up video games. Not so much for current gen. I find that the current gen is actually about the same price that you would get in regular stores, or sometimes even overpriced, and they're used. Like, I could find some of those games brand new on Amazon, definitely, and sometimes at Best Buy, Walmart, and EB Games, GameStop. So I find current gen usually isn't the best route to go, but last generation, so Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, and Wii. Technically, I don't know where the Wii U fits in. Maybe not the Nintendo. Nintendo, it's a hit or miss, but PS3 and Xbox 360 definitely. They have really good prices for them, and same thing with PS2 and Xbox. Once again, GameCube. If it's Nintendo, it's probably going to be relatively expensive, but if it's anything else, then you usually are able to get them at a decent price, if not really cheap. I picked up quite a few games from for my Xbox collection, like original Xbox, a few for my 360, a few for my Wii, a few PS2 games for relatively crazy cheap, like $1 each, and I ended up getting another $1 game, because what happens is that they have so many, like just too much of one game, and they have to get rid of inventory, so they just have like $1 bin in a lot of these places where they just want to get rid of them to bring in new inventory. So you sometimes can get really good games. Unfortunately, for the most part, most of those games I actually already had, or they were garbage. They actually were not worth $1. But there was at least one that I wanted, and then I picked up another few games, and some of them were I'm surprised that I got them for this price. I'm actually have to look online to see how much they actually go for. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, but yeah, these were not too bad. So let's go with the most meh title that I picked up, and that would be Lego Harry Potter years 1 to 4. I paid $5 for this one. Very good condition for this game, and I mainly picked it up because I do remember playing this, and I think it would have been one of the last few games that I ever rented. And I mean, this is, how old is this? Maybe 10 years old, something like that. Why is this so hard to find? 2010. How could I do not remember renting this, but I remember playing it. Maybe a friend had this? I don't know. I really have no idea how I ended up playing this game. But anyway, I know I did. And it was a Lego game set in Harry Potter, so I liked it. And it's 2 players. My girlfriend is a very big fan of Harry Potter. She's read the books because I told her to, because she wanted to watch the movies. I was like, no, if you don't know the story, you're gonna read the books and have the story unfold in a much more natural process, but also much better. The books are infinitely better than the movies. The movies are actually pretty bad. I can watch them over and over again, but they're not that good compared to the books. Anyway, I want to play this. It has years 1 to 4, and then eventually I'll get years 5 to 7. It's Lego games. It's not amazing, but they're usually always very solid. Another game that I picked up, and this is the $1 game that I picked up for Xbox 360, and that is Mass Effect 2. I do have Mass Effect 1. And then I think I had this one too at some point, but I traded it in at one point. I rarely trade in games nowadays, especially when I was during the Xbox 360 era. But I was like, I kind of want they had just come out with like the trilogy pack of 1, 2, and 3, and I was like, I'd rather have it there. I somehow ended up getting Mass Effect 1 again, and kind of in the same situation, and now I have Mass Effect 2. So once again, pretty darn good. Is this 2 discs? I don't remember. Huh. Okay. Cool. So yeah, Mass Effect 2 for $1. That's what I mean. Like they I think they had like Halo 3, Halo 4, God of War on PlayStation 3, like God of War 3 and the PlayStation, and God of War 1 and 2. The collection was $1 there too. There was a bunch of games, and I was like, I have most of these already. And then I ended up the 2 games that made me say like, okay, I got to pick some games up. And since I picked up these 2 games up, I ended up picking up some other my 2 Xbox 360 games. because they're RPGs and they were crazy cheap. Not the greatest condition, but Star Ocean, Till the End of Time for $5. Now, I don't know how much this actually goes for nowadays, but I'd assume that a Star Ocean game would be much more than $5. I did not get that. Once, like I said, it's not the greatest condition, but it's serviceable. And the other one, I paid a little bit more, but once again, I figured that this one would go for a little bit more than that, and that is Wild Arms 3. Paid $10 for this one. Another RPG on the PlayStation 2. I always figured that these games would be much more expensive. I like, though, that for the most part, PlayStation 2 RPGs are much cheaper than PlayStation 1. I'm glad that we're not at that point where these are crazy high expensive. For the most part, I think that there are still probably some games that are relatively expensive, but they're not nearly as bad as PlayStation 1 and like anything Nintendo. Especially Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo are just ridiculous prices. Like, that's not fun anymore when they're that expensive. But yeah, not too bad. So I paid $21 for all 4 games here. The biggest deal obviously would be Mass Effect 2 at $1. It almost makes you want to not buy anything current gen. But I currently am playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and there's no way in hell that I would want to wait, years to play that game. I needed to play that now. I didn't pay retail price. I paid $30. I mean, technically we could do recent pickups. I mean, I got it like a few days ago, like Friday. So yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. I did an unboxing for this already. Now the color's all out of whack. Okay, anyway. And I also picked up, not long before that, I ended up getting Yakuza Kiwami. Haven't played this one yet. But Red Dead Redemption 2, I want to talk about this in a future video very soon. I haven't played a crazy amount, but... And I picked this game up for... Normally retails here for $80, and I picked it up for $50 from Walmart, and I was so happy that it came in, because, amazing game. So, there you have it. My recent pickups for, I don't know, the last week or so. I feel like Yakuza was a little bit after that, or before that. But that looks really cool. Anyway, thank you all for watching. You've been bearded in.
Beardage.